Hey everybody, this is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I am with you today for my final project of this week. I have been concentrating on punches and die cuts and not really focusing on one stem set or another, but we are using some sentiments from the Easter Friends stamp set. I'll show you that in a minute. We are not using those dies. I don't know why I had that out. Right here, we're using this die set. I've used it all week. It's called Pierce Bloom's Dies. It's one of my favorite die sets because I love all the little dots and piercings that are on there. It's awesome, and I have chosen to use this die right here for the bunny's tail. I'm using the double oval punch. For the little pads on his feet, I used this 3 teardrop section from the pansy dies. And then, of course, you guys know I love my layering circles, and I have used those as well. Definitely check out the Pierce Bloom's dies, though. I have used them all week, and I'm sure that you will enjoy that. Let's go ahead and get started. We are starting with a piece of cardstock. It's soft suede, and it is 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to fold that in half, and I'm going to use my bone folder to burnish that score line. The designer series paper that I've used for the grass is out of the You're a Peach DSP, and the other side has these beautiful flowers. We are going to use this green grassy looking side. I just think it looks like grass. We're going to use our Stampin' Seal, and we will attach that onto the front. This piece is 5 1/4 by 4 inches, the designer series paper. Okay, for the inside of the card, I didn't want it to be brown, so I chose a piece of paper that coordinated with our designer series paper. This is our Pear Pizzazz, and this piece is 5 inches by 3 3/4. So we're going to go around all those sides. We're going to place this on the inside. All right. Let's pull out all of our pieces. I'm going to stamp across this strip here with the Happy Easter sentiment. So I'm going to put that to the side for a second. And then I have 2 circles from the layering circles. Let me show you which ones I've chosen to use. So this is the 3rd largest circle of the smooth ones. So this is the biggest, this one's the 2nd, and then this is the next size. So you just kind of go back and forth. So that's how they layer within each other. So not the largest, not the 2nd largest, the 3rd largest, and this is cut out of soft suede. Then I have a white circle, and I believe it's on the same side. There it is. So let's go from the littlest this time. We're going to go, that's the smallest, 2nd smallest, 3rd smallest, 4th smallest circle for the white, and that is going to form the bunny's bottom. These are these 2 pieces right here. I already told you that out of the Pierce Bloom's dies, I have the bunny tail, and out of the pansy petals, we have used that triple teardrop die, and here are the little pads for the bunny's feet. So cute. Now, these bunny's feet and the inner parts of the feet, we're going to use this double oval punch. So we're going to start first by punching 2 scalloped ovals for the feet. So there those are. And then we're going to use our Flirty Flamingo, which is this color pink that we're using, and we are going to punch 2 smooth ovals for the pads. So there are those. Now I'm going to show you that I have cut away quite a bit of those die cuts, and I'm going to use the punch to do that. Let's move this piece out of the way for right now. I didn't want the feet to be quite so large, so I wanted to trim them down. So what I'm doing is I am actually entering this as far in as my finger can hold this piece, and once I'm in as far as I can go, I'm going to go ahead and give it a punch And as you can see, that gives me a smaller foot. Let's do the same with the other side. I'm going to hold it on the tip and I'm going to push it in as far as I can go. Let's turn it this way. I'm trying to match it up. There we go. And then as far as it can go, and then I'm going to go ahead and give it a punch. Those are the feet. Now, since the feet are smaller, we have to also make the smooth oval smaller, and we're going to do it the same way. We're going to push it in as far as we can go. Give it a punch. Do the same with the other one. Hold it on the tip, slide it in as far as we can go. Now, the only difference is, see how you have these little tips that are pointed? We're just going to trim those away, and we're going to do that with our paper snips. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to round that off. I'm just going to get rid of that pointed tip. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to start back a little bit and get rid of that pointed tip. See, those are the tiny little pieces that I've trimmed away, making sure that we don't have that pointed tip there. And there we go. So those are the pads of the feet. All right, let's glue these guys together so we can get started. All right, I'm gonna move this. We'll stamp in a minute, but right now let's go ahead and put our little bunny together. So we're gonna start with the feet. I'm gonna grab my silicone mat, which I like to use when I use my wet adhesive. And so we're gonna go ahead and put adhesive on the backs of these two smaller ovals that we are gonna use as the pads of the feet. And I'm gonna grab my tweezers and place those back at this end. Just like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing to the other one. All right, now we're gonna put the little cute small pads of the feet on. I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive onto my mat. And then I'm gonna grab with my tweezer and I'm just gonna grab that and press it into place. I'm gonna start here in the middle, glue that one down. And then let's do the last one. And I'm gonna have to put some more glue down for my other one, but I have enough to finish this one. So let's go ahead and place this one. All right, so there is the one foot. Let's do the other one. Put a little bit of glue down onto my silicone. Grab my tweezer, dip it in. Do this bottom one first. Grab our next one. Take our last piece. And I think I don't have quite enough, so I'm gonna just open and put a tiny bit more. There we go. All right, and let's glue the last little pad on. Isn't this just the cutest, these little feet? I think they turned out so well. So for this tail, I'm going to actually use a Stampin' Dimensional. So I'm going to pull one off of here. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool and pull the back off. And we will add the bunny tail right there. I'm going to flat glue these little feet right to this piece. So about halfway, I'm going to put some adhesive. And we will attach that one. And let's do the other one. So there's the other. And now he looks like he's getting ready to jump in that hole, right? All right, so I'm going to flip him over. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of him because he is going to be popped up like so, up off of our card. And I'm going to have to put two here because these are flatter than this section. Actually, they're not. I'm good. I'm going to pull the backs off, get everything ready to glue into place. All right. And our circle on our card is just going to be put with regular adhesive. So let's go ahead and get that ready. we go. We're gonna add our little rabbit hole that this rabbit has dug in the grass. And now we're going to attach his little body in, like he's hopping into that hole there. All right, let's go ahead and do some stamping. We are gonna stamp Happy Easter. I'm gonna grab my memento, black ink pad, just like this. And we will ink that up. Go ahead and put that right there in the center. Perfect. And then we are going to stamp this sentiment. It says sending warm and happy wishes this spring, so I will go ahead and ink that up. All right, and let's go ahead and stamp that in the inside of our card. We've already glued our Pear Pizzazz, which looks really pretty against that soft suede. So there's our sentiment on the inside. Let's clean our stamps. I do like to use the chamois to do that. So let's go ahead and clean those off. I have some kind of sparkle in there. Of course, I like sparkly things, so sparkles are everywhere, right? I'll move the stamps out of the way, and let's go ahead and attach this piece. This is going to go right across, just like that. So I'm going to bring my silicone mat in. I'm going to put some adhesive along this piece. So we're going to attach this Happy Easter along the bottom of our card. Press it into place. Just like that. And that is our cute little Easter card. Let me show you all the things that we use to put it together. So we use the layering circles. Don't forget about those. We use the double oval punch. We use the pansy dies for those teardrops. And we use the pierced bloom dies, which I've used for every single project this week. At least one element has these pierced bloom dies, so they are well worth the investment. I really enjoy that die set, and it does have a matching stamp set. You can check that out at my online store. I appreciate you watching me today. I have enjoyed doing the project, so thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you on here again soon. The sentiments were out of Easter Friends, and this stamp set I used all last week for all of my Easter projects. So if you didn't see the first week of my Easter treats, definitely check it out. All of them used this Easter Friends stamp set. Give me a like, a comment if there's some questions that you have, or if you just want to tell me thanks for the video. I appreciate those comments as well. Share my video with your friends. Help me grow my channel. I would appreciate that. And definitely subscribe so that you get more notifications of when I post new videos here on YouTube. Check out my blog, Inky Hands Warm Hearts. I do blog every day. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. Send me a message. There will be a link in the description below to my email, or just go to my website and you can let me know there. Thank you again for watching. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!